Welcome into another episode here on Wide Eye Sports. We got Bryn hosting as always. Spoon and Riley. Spoon is our resident Cowboys fan. Riley Bears fan. Myself, Vikings fan, obviously. Every week here on Wide Eye Sports, we talk Cowboys, we talk Bears, we talk Vikings, and we talk Chiefs. This is our Dallas Cowboys episode. Spoon, how you feeling about your boys?
I don't know, man. We like you guys were talking about whenever we before we were started recording. We've been kind of quiet. Haven't really done a whole lot here.
Been very quiet on the Cowboys front.
So I don't know if that means that we're planning something big or we're just doing the normal Jerry thing where we just don't really do anything.
Well, you were gonna trade for Max Crosby, and then that didn't happen.
Yeah, that kind of fell through. I don't know how we would. I don't know how we would.
Max Crosby trade fell through.
Yeah, well, the Max dude, did you see he came on a podcast either today or yesterday and was talking about how he didn't see the Ravens GM or head coach until like 5 hours into the visit, and how as soon as he did see them, they immediately brought up their concerns about his health, and so they called his surgeon, and his surgeon was like, no, he'll be good. He'll be good by training camp. And he's only, 9 weeks out from surgery, so that's what you're seeing on there. But he'll be good by training camp. And how the Ravens still pulled the trigger, and how they're claiming that, like, no, we were going to trade for Max Crosby and sign Trey Hendrickson.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
I've been seeing though that the Cowboys are basically just like they're probably not planning to do anything with Max Crosby. I've been hearing that they're out now after the trade. After the trade,
he's already said he's staying in Vegas. Crosby came out and was like, "I'm back. Let's go Raider Nation." Yeah. All that jazz. I do want to ask you, Jalen Waddle trade.
Yeah.
How you feel? How you feel about that?
What
are your thoughts on it? It's a little off topic, but that's the news of the day.
With how it affects the Cowboys?
Yeah, like how it affects the Cowboys. Do you feel it affects the Cowboys at all?
I think it does in a couple ways. I definitely, obviously, if that's what Jalen Waddle's going for, then shoot, what would George Pickens go for?
Well, but Pickens is different because Pickens you have to pay $35 million after you sign him.
But I'm not worried about that. But that's not the big thing that I wanted to talk about with the trade. So the Dolphins pick right before us. And I've been looking at a lot of mocks over the last probably a month. I just went through a bunch of them. And a lot of those mocks had the Dolphins picking a corner. Well, now with their wide receiver room pretty much just
decimated.
Yeah. That's probably their biggest need. And the Cowboys' biggest need is corner. So now I'm sitting here thinking that the Cowboys might have their pick of the litter for whoever they want at corner whenever that 12th pick comes around.
Yeah, no, they definitely could.
So I'm thinking
I would say another couple of teams you'd have to watch out for would be like Kansas City, New Orleans. They could potentially take corners.
I think Cincinnati's the one that kind of worries me there a little bit.
Yeah, Cincinnati too, for sure. They've done a few sneaky moves though. Cincinnati's been doing some sneaky moves on defense. They've signed a couple defenders. I can't remember. I know Jonathan Allen is one of them, and I can't remember all of them off the top of my head. But there's been a couple of times where I'm like, oh, he signed with Cincy, huh? Like a couple of vets that I'm just like, wow, a couple of those.
But yeah, I've been seeing the Bengals take a I've been seeing they're probably going to take Caleb Downs. Safety. I've been seeing a lot of mocks with that, but besides that, most of the picks that I see are edge rushers. Like I see, obviously, everybody has Jeremiah Love going pretty high. Some offensive tackles. I think there's like a linebacker. I think there is a linebacker. Yeah,
Sonny Styles.
Yeah.
He's a freak, dude.
He's going to be a beast. But yeah, besides that, I see the Chiefs. They can take an offensive tackle. They could just surprise everyone because we all know that they need help there as well.
Well, Steve, our resident Chiefs fan, Steve, who didn't make the podcast today, prayers up. He's pretty content. He's thinking they're content with their O-line, that they have that situation figured out and they won't take a tackle.
Okay, well, we'll see. But yeah, with the Jalen Waddle trade, I think that might help us in the draft a little bit. That's just my thing. And I think we could even potentially maybe trade back because if the Dolphins don't take a corner, I think maybe what?
Hold on here. I pulled up a mock trade or a mock draft machine here while you were talking. You want to run through a little Cowboys draft real quick?
We can. I just haven't looked into a lot of the players, but yeah, for sure.
We'll only do like 5 rounds here. I think you're gonna want to see this.
Yeah, I think we could move back from the 12 spot, especially if the Dolphins don't take a.
So currently on the board here, Jeremiah Love, Caleb Downs, and Sonny Styles, probably the 3 most like wow players that aren't at a like they would all be top 5 talents in this draft. Just they don't play premium positions, so they've all fallen. Trade offers. You have New England offering a first, a second, a third, a second, and a third.
Jesus.
To jump up. You have Tampa Bay offering a first and a second. Carolina offering a first and a second. So I think this would be the trade offer.
That would be because that's. But the thing is, I just hate going back so far in the first round.
Well, you do have the other pick right here at 20.
Yeah. No,
but you could also trade that one and drop back.
Yeah.
You get your stud player here and drop back there.
Dude, the Patriots offering that much. That's what I'm saying. Like, if there's some players that drop here, like this.
You want to take this?
Yeah, take it and see what happens.
All
I
right,
want to see who's left at 31.
Well, no, you have the 20.
Yeah, I know. Well, I know we have the 20, but I'm curious.
So they went. They didn't even go any of those players. They went tackle.
So here I would go Terrell.
You would go Terrell over Jeremiah Love.
Yes, we don't need a running back. We're fine.
Okay, but imagine you could put.
We need secondary. We need secondary players.
Man,
you need some love.
No, we don't need some love. That's where I would go.
So, all right, cornerback it is. All right, so you have pick 31. They're offering a second, a third, and another second for next year. A second and a second, a second, a third, a second, a third.
No, I want to see who's on the board. This is where. Ooh.
I mean, this kid is absolute.
That's who I'm looking at.
He is a stud, dude.
That would help out our secondary. So
he's like a Cam Chancellor type.
And just so everybody knows, I've been looking at mocks a lot, obviously, and I'm not crazy to go corner safety because there's a lot of mocks that I'm seeing where the Cowboys do go corner and safety.
The Texans getting Jeremiah Love at 28 would be unprecedented levels of fall.
Oh yeah.
So you want to go Emmanuel McNeil Warren?
Yep, I'm fine with that.
All right, so we'll go there. Then the next pick.
We have a sec. No, we don't. Yeah, we have a second.
Yeah, we have a second round pick. I don't think you're going to want to do a trade here. Jadarian Price. That's a great spot for him. Really, any of these top 3 guys are just absolute studs. I would love all 3 of these guys.
See, I was looking at. Show me Derek Moore.
Derek Moore. Oh. 6'4", 4-star, good, solid defensive end. Hand in the dirt, gonna get after it.
See, and there's an edge that we could have.
You want to go edge here?
I feel like that's what we need. Look at our. We need linebacker, cornerback, safety, edge. Those are our top 3. Like, yeah, we need to go heavy defense here. Yeah, I would go edge with Derek Moore.
All right, so we'll reject that.
Yeah, just reject them. We already did enough trades.
Linebacker would be your next biggest need. 6'3", 225, full-time starter for Alabama. I mean,
Garrett Nussmeier at court. No, I'm just kidding.
Okay,
I don't want to go there.
You want to go linebacker?
Yeah, we'll go linebacker here. Oh, and then we pick again immediately.
Yeah,
Let's go. See, I'm starting to like this.
You can get some tackle depth, some D-line depth.
Well, if we went offensive tackle here, that'd be all. We'd get all of our team needs out the way already.
Boom.
In the first three rounds, and we got 5 players. That's what the Cowboys need to be doing.
How much do we got? Any more picks?
Yeah, we got one more.
Oh my god, we got some more picks here. Okay, well then it's kind of late round cornerback.
I'm
strong pre-draft, top 100 capital potentially. There
Yeah,
you go.
I'm totally fine with that.
All right.
Totally fine with that.
We'll go by BPA. BPA at need. Is Jeff Caldwell? Yeah, he's the big guy. So this is he's like huge.
Okay.
Big dude. That's his thing. He's big.
Yeah.
Catch passes, jump
So we
balls.
don't really need receiver though.
I don't know anything about Bryce.
No.
Drew Aller, dude. Or Alar, sorry.
No, I'm good there.
Okay. Thaddeus Dixon. There's some depth corner play. 6'1",
Already got some
195.
Depth corner.
5'11",
What about some depth
180.
like defensive tackle here? Or maybe a tight end. Maybe a tight end. Who knows?
Tight end. That's the number one player on the board.
Oh, okay. Well, I was looking at somebody. You were scrolling down.
6'6", 250. Absolute freak athlete. Oh my god. A 10.0 is perfect. So having a 9.7 is a great
All right,
athlete.
let's get us a tight end.
All right. We got another pick here.
Damn, another one.
D tackle down here.
Yeah.
6'1", 295. Offensive guard, 6'4", 320. That's a big boy. D tackle, 5'11", 290. Great RAS for a D tackle.
Yeah.
Best defenders in his conference. I mean,
Yeah.
what are you thinking here?
Yeah, take Landon Robinson out of Navy.
All right. So you
There you
stockpile New England's second and third round picks for next year. You get
Yep.
starting corner, starting safety, depth edge, special teams / potential long-term starter linebacker or potential long-term guy. Who knows? Project guy. Swing tackle. You have some depth pieces there. May or may not play out. I would be pretty stoked if
I would
the
be
Cowboys on that draft.
happy with that.
I'd be pretty stoked if I'm the Cowboys on
I'd
that
be
draft.
super happy with that.
Yeah. All right. You got anything else you want to add, Spoon?
No, that's it, man. I'm good.
All right. Well,
Like I said,
and
we've
subscribe.
been quiet this whole offseason.
Yeah.
Our free agency. Pretty
All
quiet.
right. Well, peace.
Damn, so now we got an hour